here off the field with Isaiah Robinson, special guest Keandre Jones from Only Maryland, linebacker at the Bengals. How you doing today, bro?
What's going on, fam? I appreciate you having me here.
I appreciate you for coming on. Before we get into this interview, though, I'm going to show the fans some of your highlights back in college right quick. Before you hit to the league.
That's a throwback for sure.
Yeah, definitely throwback. Big throwback.
That's a great play from the Ohio State transfer. We haven't called his name yet today, but this is Keandre Jones.
Right now, as we approach the 6-minute mark in the second, Kalen Newton under heat, and down he goes. Off the edge, Keandre Jones.
Ohio State, and right now the three pass rushers of Keandre Jones.
Notre Dame, all those big boys up front. Michigan's offensive line just tore through like Swiss cheese. And here,
Brett on the kickoff. Wow. Here's Fields under pressure, keeps his balance, and Fields to go down.
Expected to play tonight.
Yeah, that's just a decision that Coach Harbaugh wanted to make. Obviously, they made that as Kalen Newton.
Tizer all in front of little Monty McGrath. It was something.
The offensive line right now for Syracuse. Behind the chains at 3rd and 15. DeVito stepping up. Eludes the rush, fumbled it, scooped up by the Terps at the 33. By Jones to retrace, watch him retrace, and then get the ball out. Hack it out with that right hand.
We're coming into today. Here is Pacheco.
Down the field. Second down goal to the 9-yard line. Master T.
Second and 9. Plummer here with a pocket collapsing, and he takes a big loss all the way back at the 24. Keandre Jones.
Ooh, bring back some memories.
I'm telling you.
First question of the day. Outside of football, who is Keandre Jones?
Yeah, outside of football, Keandre Jones is a son, a friend, a teammate, brother, somebody that you can definitely depend on and count on when, if you need somebody to talk to, somebody reliable. I'm always an ear for somebody that, is going through something, because I feel like I've been through a lot throughout my 25 years on this earth. So that's where I am off the field. I'm a family man.
Right. Yes, sir. So, going back to college days, you started at Ohio State before transferring to the University of Maryland, and just that whole Urban Meyer's experience. How was he as a coach?
I would say Urban Meyer definitely prepared me for the league, because once I got to Ohio State, it was business, and at the NFL level, it's a business, and that's how I carried myself as a professional when I was in high school, attending Our Lady of Good Counsel High School in Only Maryland. It was just the level of competition and the attention to detail. You had to be on your P's and Q's always, making sure you was doing what you needed to do to get to that next game, or make sure you was going to class. So by the time I got to the league, it was an easy transition for me.
Right. So you talking about being detailed and just prepare you for the business mindset of football. Can you explain to the audience what is the business side of football, and also how big the details are, and that's what actually make the great players being attentive to detail? How did Urban instill that into you guys as well too?
Coach Meyer was big on the mindset, and one of those things he did was make sure we did team bond activities, keyed in, honed in on your mindset. And when I got to college, I never knew how much the game was more mental than physical. So I put a lot of time in making sure I was taking care of my mental health, which contributed to my success on the field and off the field.
And you are now with the Bengals right now, but you also played with your quarterback right now, Joe Burrow, at Ohio State. Were you guys close back at Ohio State?
Yeah, absolutely. Him going to Ohio State for those, I want to say 2 years. I got to attend with him before he transferred. You learn a lot about, like I said, the mindset and the competition level. He was obviously a great quarterback at Ohio State. We had that room was filled JT Barrett, my rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins, one of my roommates and close friends, and Joe. And you learn that the next man up is always the next man up. And unfortunately, Joe transferred, but it worked out in his favor. I would love to see him play. I would love to play with him at Ohio State. And it's just amazing to see how far he's came and the growth that me and him both continue to have in our careers.
All right. So what made you decide to go to Maryland, leaving Ohio State?
Well, originally I was committed to Maryland. Literally coming out 2016, I was going to stay in Maryland.
Everybody
all
was
the
going
guys,
to stay
all the top athletes around the area, we was going to stay in Maryland. Even Dwayne.
Yeah.
And I think they had just got rid of the Maryland staff, and I had to make a decision. I was like, shoot, do I go here with a staff that I'm not familiar with and stay home, and do what I said I was going to do, play all 4 years or 3 years and bring that attention back home to Maryland, because Coach Locks was still on that staff at the time.
Okay.
They ended up getting rid of the whole staff, and I had to reevaluate my decision. And honestly, just like I did with high school, I picked the best high school at the time, which was Our Lady of Good Counsel High School, that had dudes like Stephon Diggs, Dorian O'Daniel, Wes Brown, Kendall Fuller, Sam Mustapha, that's with Chicago Bears. We got so many. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick the best school at the time. And I went to Good Counsel. So by the time I picked the college, Ohio State was coming off the national championship. It was a no-brainer. I was like, this is going to make me a better player. Just like my high school made me a better player. I wanted to play against competition. I knew that was the only way I was going to get better at my craft.
All right. So what's your take on the HBCU movement right now? So like you mentioned, you want to play against the best of the best, but sometimes not all the best of the best are at the HBCU. So like, what's your feelings about this HBCU movement going on?
Yeah, I disagree. I think the best of the best are there. I think just the attention. They don't get the attention that the bigger schools get. I feel like the players are there, but like I said, the universities that I attended, just are bigger programs, as the spotlight is bigger and keyed in on them. I'm all for it. If I could do it again, I would definitely say, just because that seems like the trend right now. And if they had the funding, which is another thing that, the facilities, meal prep, just money, to do what the bigger schools do, I feel like a lot of guys would have made that move to HBCUs, and just the overall experience, being around your peers is definitely fun to do. And I wish I would have experienced it. Jackson State, was it Jackson State?
Yeah, Jackson State.
It definitely looked live. It definitely.
So you talk about the different, you talk about money within the college world. Is it a big difference how they're getting funded in college versus the NFL now, or is it like they was preparing y'all for NFL? How is that?
Yeah, I think now, with kids getting NIL deals and actually getting a large sum of money, I'm not sure how those deals work, but just the fact that they are getting compensated for their athletic ability is dope. I want to see kids get paid. I want to see them being able to benefit off their image and likeliness. So it's not very much too different. All it is now you got money that you have to manage. So when you get to the league, you get this large sum of money or game checks, and you got to manage it. And you have people, agents, financial advisors. So you just got to make sure you're being smart with it. Right. Who's watching your money, or if you're watching your money, where is it going?
Do you feel like you came in the league prepared for the financial side of it?
I'm gonna be honest, not really, because at the time I'm a kid that's I'm not coming from poverty, but I'm also not coming from, a wealthy family, which is, a challenge in itself. So you have to get adjusted to the league. And I see where guys go wrong. I see where people make mistakes, but in the mistakes is all about, that's where you find the most growth and learning from your mistakes, whether that's spending too much during the off season or overpaying agents or overpaying for certain things to fund your lifestyle. And you can live below your means. You don't have to ball out as you know, most of these guys make it look like on social media.
So between like having agents and advisors like that, do you learn about investments? Like I just learned recently about some IULs, investing to life insurance policies and just things like that. Do they teach you guys that, or how do you go about acquiring that information?
Absolutely. So that when you get to the league, even in college, they should be the conversation is definitely had and held around campus, and it has to be something that you're interested in. Like you have to seek that yourself and not just, you know, try to have somebody feed you or babysit you. But the NFL definitely provides player benefits, letting you know these are the resources. These are things you can do. And I'm definitely investing a couple things. So that's more so long term. Obviously, we all wish for instant gratification. So I'm an undrafted guy. I know I didn't get a huge signing bonus or anything, so I would have loved to got like a $500,000, you know, signing bonus or something. So I have to be more strategic in the way I operate.
So, like you just mentioned, you came into the NFL as a free agent, but I know you probably feel like you should have got drafted. So, what was your mindset going into the league? Okay, I'm a free agent, but I want to stay here in the long term. So, what was your mindset going about that?
I think it just sums up my whole career, my story. High school, I didn't start varsity until my junior year, like legit. I was like, well, no, I played my sophomore year, but a guy got hurt, so I didn't feel like I earned it, you know. So junior year, I really didn't start like showing like what I could do. And who's to tell? Did people believe in me? I don't know, but I believed in myself. So when I made a commitment to Ohio State, it was another challenge for me. Like I said, I want to go to the best school. I don't care who it is. I don't care who I'm going against. So I want to guard guys like Curtis Samuels. I want to guard guys like Terry McLaurin, even though these dudes are speedsters, Paris Campbell. I want to go against, you know, the great running backs, J.K. Dobbins. You know, I want to go against all these great athletes, and it's going to make me better as a football player. So by the time I got to the league, man, I think it was already said and done because like I said, I believed in myself. Whether I was drafted or not, I knew all I needed was an opportunity. At Ohio State, all I wanted and needed was an opportunity. At Maryland, I got that opportunity to showcase, hey, this is what I can do. And I didn't even play my linebacker position. I was like a rush in. So I don't think the NFL, when I was coming out, they wasn't looking for somebody that was 215 on rush in.
For sure.
So I think it's all just believing in yourself and your abilities.
That's all right. So after having multiple seasons in the NFL, what are the 3 key things you learned on and off the field?
Number one, take care of your mental. Like I said, the game is 90%. I feel like mental, man, because we got so much off the field stuff you deal with, whether that's the pressures from your family, the media, relationships with girlfriends, or a girl, your wife, whatever the case is, having your status is. That would be the number one. Number two, money management. You know, money management, just the way you fund your lifestyle. I think it's very important to make sure you know where your money's going and how you use your money. Because like I said, coming from the background that I came from, when you don't come from money, you want to make sure everybody's okay. You want to take care of your people. You want to just want to make sure everybody's having a good time and enjoying life with you, because life is short. So I think money management is second. And third, trusting the process and keeping whatever you believe in, whether it's God, whether it's, I don't know, whatever religion. If you believe in faith, I got faith tattooed on me. I'm a big faith believer. I believe in the Most High power, whatever that looks like. Find something that you believe in and just stay down. Just stay down and realize, like, you gotta keep going, because it's like it's gonna be challenges. It's gonna be hard, but I feel like you got to pick your hard.
For sure, for sure. So best and worst times as an NFL player.
Best and worst times as an NFL player. I would definitely say leading up to the combine, even though I wasn't in the NFL, I knew I was going to have an opportunity. So when COVID hit, it kind of messed up everything. So that was like a bad time because we didn't get the full. My first year in the league,
right?
I ain't have no NFL combine or no pro day. That's our job interview.
Right.
I didn't have a real season. We didn't have fans in the stands. Training camp, we didn't have like preseason.
Right. Yeah, ain't even had preseason. Yeah.
So yeah, man, I think that was like it was like an interesting time. It was like what's going on?
Right.
And best time, obviously I gotta take it back to the Super Bowl. And my favorite moment was a lot of people don't know, but like I've been on the practice squad 3 years. I got elevated my, last year for like 8 games, 4 games in the regular season, and then the playoffs, and then the Super Bowl.
Right.
So I got to take care of my mom, and she was front row at the I think our end zone, and I bought her tickets and stuff, and she said that's her favorite memory, and she got proposed to, engaged at the Super Bowl, so that was dope.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's crazy. That's
for sure. So that was my favorite memory. When people ask me, how was the Super Bowl? I'm like, yeah, my dudes got engaged. Like, I just thought that was so dope for her to experience that and for her to be there with me at what people would say is their favorite moment. It's like being at the Super Bowl. My favorite moment was just having my mom there. I could care less about playing, and obviously I'm grateful for the opportunity. But just to have my mom experience California and just like with her son and her just say that was her favorite memory from her life, it's priceless.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know. Was it like a halftime thing or?
I think he did it after the game. He kept saying one of us leaving with a ring, and I was like, I did because he asked my blessing. He asked my blessing. So I was like, yeah, like do what you do. Like if she's happy, I'm happy. So.
So how was that whole experience as a Super Bowl? It's like a whole weekend. So like, can you tell me like some events that was going on? I know you probably couldn't do too much because y'all was playing.
Yeah, we couldn't really do too much, but obviously, like I said, I just took in the Super Bowl with my mom, like just taking her around, eating good food, enjoying the sun. We on UCLA campus, literally practice at their facility. So I thought that was dope. That was my first time at UCLA. And like I said, just getting to experience that with my Dukes was the best thing.
Right. So you have any tips you can give to the audience that wants to be in the NFL just like you?
Absolutely. It's definitely no secret though. There's no secret for success. I think if you are consistent and you really have a passion, more than anything, if you have a purpose, once you find your purpose on why you do what you do, then it's very simple. There's no secret to success. And to be honest, I feel like I still ain't made it yet because I ain't officially make a 53-man roster,
Right.
So I'm never satisfied, never be satisfied, no matter how much money you get, no matter how many accolades you get. All the things I've accomplished don't mean anything because I'm still stacking, I'm still building. And then once, it's all said and done and I pass away, we're going to see what my legacy look like. I think people should cherish every day and never take it for granted. So.
Right. So now we get into the hot seat questions of the interview. If you could do a love scene with any famous person, who would it be?
That's crazy because as soon as you said that, I'm like, Nia Long.
Nia Long.
I like older women, so
yeah, definitely a good pick. Last time you partied all night?
Last time I partied all night. I don't even know how I can answer this one. Nah, but I don't do too much party, man. I don't do too much partying. I save that for the off season.
Okay. So they just put that
Okay.
non-disclosure box. What is the most bizarre thing you ever witnessed someone else do?
Most bizarre thing I ever witnessed somebody else do. Man, this world crazy, man. This world crazy. Every day on social media, I just see some wild stuff. So I can't really pinpoint what it is, but you turn on your phone, you're gonna see some wild stuff. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I can't even rock with it all.
For sure. They never surprise me on social media.
Never.
What is your most embarrassing dating experience?
My most embarrassing dating experience.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. I'm trying to remember. Look, I only had one girlfriend. That's in high school. So I've been single for a minute. So I think damn, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. Most embarrassing.
Or anything unusual. Let's say something unusual happened.
Unusual, huh? Unusual. I'm trying to figure out, man, what's the most recent. I'm definitely on the date scene right now, so I'm trying without saying her name. Let me see. Oh, what's the most embarrassing thing? You gotta give me a second.
You good? You good?
I think we was like in Orlando. I was Colorado. I was in Colorado during the off season, and I was on the snowmobiles, and my first time on the snowmobiles.
Mm-hmm.
I got shorty on the back. This is us just taking off. So we're taking off, and our instructors in front of us. I think we're like second to last. It's a group of like 8, and everybody's making the turn. I come to make the turn, and man, I end up making this turn. It's a tree right there, hitting the tree, but like no crazy, like I wasn't going fast at all. So we ended up hitting the tree, and shorty in the back was recording. And like I didn't know if she got hit or anything, but her goggles was like turned. It was just crazy. I was like, and that was my first time meeting shorty. So like
that's funny.
that thing was embarrassing. I know she see this. Yeah.
That's funny.
For sure.
Well, I appreciate you again for coming on today, bro. Anything remarks you want to say?
Man, like I said, man, just live life to the fullest. You never know when it's, your time, on this earth. And you make sure you're checking in on your friends, your family, and loved ones.
Yes, sir. That's another show. Appreciate you, Brody.
Most deaf.